Welcome! Today, we're about to uncover a fascinating truth about the foods we crave most. Have you ever wondered why some snacks seem impossible to put down no matter how hard you try? You're not alone. Have you ever planned to eat just a few chips only to finish the whole bag? Maybe you've told yourself, just one more, but before you know it, the bag is empty and you're left wondering how it happened. Or craved a soda you couldn't resist. That fizzy, sweet rush is more than just a treat. It's a carefully crafted experience designed to keep you coming back for more. It's not just willpower. These foods are engineered to make you crave more. Every detail, from the crunch to the color, is chosen to trigger your senses and make you reach for another bite. Food scientists in high-tech labs design snacks to be irresistible, using a secret recipe you won't find on the label. They experiment with flavors, textures, and even the sound a chip makes when you bite it. The processed food industry is a multi-billion-dollar business, fiercely competing for your attention and money. Companies invest millions to make sure their products stand out and become your go-to choice. They study our brains and emotions, aiming to create foods that are not just tasty, but unforgettable. By analyzing how our brains react to different ingredients, they can fine-tune recipes to maximize pleasure and satisfaction. The secret? A calculated mix of salt, sugar, and fat, combined in precise ratios to light up your brain's pleasure centers. This trio is the magic formula that makes processed foods so addictive and so hard to resist. This isn't just about flavor. It's about creating an experience you'll want to repeat. The joy, the comfort, the nostalgia, these feelings are all part of the recipe. We're pulling back the curtain on how food giants hook us. From the packaging to the placement on shelves, every step is designed to capture your attention and keep you coming back. Understanding these tricks is the first step to taking back control of your choices. When you know what's happening behind the scenes, you can make decisions that truly serve you. This isn't about blame, it's about empowerment. You have the power to choose what you eat and to see through the strategies designed to sway you. By the end, you'll see the supermarket in a new light. You'll notice the subtle cues, the strategic product placements, and the hidden influences all around you. You'll spot the cues and designs meant to influence you. With this knowledge, you can shop smarter and make choices that align with your goals. You'll finally understand why some foods are so hard to resist. It's not a personal failing, it's science, and now you're in on the secret. So let's dive into the hidden world of food science and marketing and discover how you can reclaim your cravings and make empowered choices every day. To truly understand why we crave certain foods, we need to look deep into our evolutionary past. Our relationship with food is ancient, shaped by thousands of years of survival, scarcity, and celebration. Imagine early humans foraging and hunting, never knowing when their next meal would come. Every bite of something sweet, salty, or fatty was a rare and precious find, a moment of triumph in a harsh world. Our ancestors celebrated finding sugar, salt, and fat. These were rare, vital for survival, and our brains evolved to reward us for eating them. These ingredients meant energy, hydration, and the ability to endure. Over generations, our brains became hardwired to seek out these flavors, associating them with safety and satisfaction. Fast forward to today, and food is everywhere, on every corner, in every store, and available at all hours. But our brains haven't changed much. We still crave those same ingredients, even though we no longer need to hunt or gather. Food companies know this, and they use it to their advantage. They engineer products with intense bursts of salt, sugar, and fat, far beyond what nature ever offered. These foods are designed to be irresistible, lighting up our taste buds and making us want more. This overload hijacks our brain's reward system, making processed foods feel almost impossible to resist. The pleasure we get from these foods is immediate and powerful, triggering the same brain pathways as other forms of reward. When you eat a salty chip or sip a sweet soda, your brain thinks it's stumbled upon a treasure trove. It's a signal that you've found something valuable, even if it's just a snack from a vending machine. Dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical, floods in, making you want more. This is the same chemical that reinforces habits and motivates us to repeat pleasurable experiences. The more you eat, the more your brain expects that rush, creating a cycle that's hard to break. Each bite reinforces the craving, making it even harder to stop. Over time, natural foods start to seem bland by comparison, and you crave the artificial intensity of processed snacks. The vibrant flavors of whole foods are overshadowed by the engineered punch of junk food. This isn't a character flaw or a lack of willpower. It's a predictable response to an environment filled with hyper-palatable foods. Our biology is simply outmatched by modern food science. Food companies aren't just selling food, they're selling a neurological reward, carefully crafted to keep us coming back for more. That's why cravings can feel so urgent and almost impossible to ignore. The pull is real, and it's rooted in both our history and our biology. The cycle is tough to break, but understanding how it works is the first step toward making healthier choices. Knowledge gives us power over our cravings. Next, let's see how food scientists and chefs perfect these cravings and what it means for the foods we love. Meet the bliss point, a concept that's quietly shaped the way we eat for decades. It's the exact amount of sugar that makes a product not just tasty, but irresistible, where every bite or sip feels just right. Too little sugar, and foods taste flat, dull, or even unappetizing. Too much, and the sweetness becomes cloying, masking other flavors and making it hard to enjoy. That's why food companies invest millions of dollars and countless hours searching for this sweet spot in every product they make. Teams of food scientists run endless taste tests, adjusting sugar levels by tiny increments, all to maximize pleasure and keep you coming back for more. Kids' cereals, sodas, sauces, even foods you wouldn't expect like bread and salad dressings, are all carefully engineered to hit this bliss point, making them nearly impossible to resist. The result? Our taste buds get recalibrated, so we start craving more and more intense sweetness, often without even realizing it. Natural foods like fruit, which once tasted sweet and satisfying, can start to seem bland or boring by comparison. The more you eat these engineered foods, the more you crave that artificial high, leading to a cycle that's hard to break. What starts as a simple preference quickly becomes a craving, and before you know it, that craving turns into a daily habit. The food industry has trained our palates to prefer their products over real whole foods, often without us even noticing. Recognizing the power of the bliss point is the first step to breaking this cycle and reclaiming your taste buds. Next, let's look at another powerful ingredient, salt, and how it shapes our cravings in a similar way. If you're finding this useful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights on the science behind your favorite foods. Salt does more than add flavor. It's a food industry powerhouse. It enhances sweetness, masks bitterness, and even covers up off flavors from processing. Salt preserves food, making products last longer on shelves. That's why canned soups, frozen dinners, and snacks are loaded with sodium. Salt creates a flavor burst, an intense hit that makes you want another bite. Each salty snack delivers a quick reward, driving you to eat more. Our bodies are wired to enjoy salt, but the levels in processed foods are unprecedented. Salt also lets companies use cheaper ingredients without sacrificing taste. The result? Foods that are addictive and hard to stop eating. Salt is a key part of the irresistible formula. Fat is the third pillar, and it's all about mouthfeel. Fat gives foods richness, creaminess, and that satisfying texture we crave. It carries flavors and aromas, making food taste better and linger longer. Our brains recognize fat as a dense energy source, triggering a strong reward. That's why ice cream, cheese, and chocolate feel so comforting. Food companies engineer fat to melt at just the right temperature or create the perfect crunch. Low-fat versions often taste bland, so companies add more sugar and salt to compensate. Fat's texture and calorie density make it deeply satisfying and hard to resist. The engineering of fat is all about maximizing pleasure. Together, salt, sugar, and fat create foods designed to keep us coming back. The seduction starts before you even taste the food. It begins with packaging. Companies use bright colors and mouth-watering images to trigger excitement and hunger. Professional food stylists make products look perfect even if reality falls short. For kids, packaging features cartoon characters and playful mascots to spark pester power. Words like natural or real create a health halo, even on junk food. These tactics bypass logic and appeal straight to emotion. Packaging is a billboard selling a story, not just a product. The goal? Make you reach for that box without a second thought. Next, let's explore how even sound is engineered to hook you. Eating is a multi-sensory experience, and sound is a secret weapon. The crunch of a chip or snap of a chocolate bar is carefully engineered. Companies test the decibel level and frequency of crunch to maximize satisfaction. Studies show louder crunches make food seem fresher and tastier. Even the fizz of soda or crackle of cereal is designed to enhance enjoyment. Recipes and manufacturing are tweaked to perfect these sounds. The result? A sensory experience that makes you crave more. Every sense is targeted to make processed foods irresistible. So, how do you fight back? Start by becoming a conscious shopper. Shop the perimeter of the store, where the fresh, whole foods are. Avoid the center aisles packed with processed temptations. Read nutrition labels and ingredient lists. Don't trust flashy claims. Watch for hidden sugars and unpronounceable additives. Plan your meals and shop with a list to avoid impulse buys. Never shop hungry. Cravings are harder to resist. Cook more at home. You control the salt, sugar, and fat. Simple homemade meals retrain your palate to enjoy real flavors. Each small change is a win. Over time, processed foods lose their grip. Knowledge is your best defense. Let's take back control one meal at a time. We've uncovered how food giants use science and marketing to keep us hooked. But knowledge is power. You can break the cycle. Recognize cravings as engineered, not personal failings. Pause, question the packaging, and look past the marketing. Small, consistent changes retrain your taste buds and reset your brain. The power to choose is in your hands. Prioritize your health and well-being over the industry's agenda. Become an informed, mindful consumer. Thank you for joining this journey. Subscribe for more insights. Take back control of your plate, one choice at a time.